I'm scrolling while we're live now
Yeah, it is scrolling.
before we mess this whole thing up.
We are so professional. That's
So
great.
professional.
You
Welcome, internet, to another Malossar and Arhain After Dark 4.
There we go.
We're talking
Fourth
about
one.
the Colonial Carnage prep tournament results this evening. This is
It'll
my
be-
NPR.
Well done. You had the voice for that, actually.
I should have gone into radio.
You should have.
So we went to a one-day tournament, prep for a two-day tournament at the end of this month.
Yeah, it was a good time. It's just one days are always a little. They could be a little tough. A lot crammed into a little time, but it was fun. It was a good time.
Uh-huh.
A lot of I'll say prominent players, like a lot of people who show up to a lot of the Mid Atlantic, and even a lot of the players who are at Buckeye too. So a lot of big tournament players go to that Northern Virginia, Maryland area. So it was fun. It was a good time.
For sure.
Yeah,
Now let me ask you this real quick because I just thought of it. You
do
have
it.
no idea what's coming. Um,
I know. I'm kind
do
of
you change your
sweating.
approach for a one-day tournament? Like your overall strategy?
Uh, yeah. I think Well, I don't know if this has changed my overall strategy, but I definitely. So I treat it as prep, right? So I'm like,
Mm,
I really kind of want to iron stuff out, see if something works. So a lot of times, while still take them seriously and I'll still play as though it's a tournament, I definitely try some things that I guess don't usually do, or so on and so forth, just to see if maybe it could go to one of the bigger tournaments and stuff. So I'd
right.
say overall, though, the strategy of the Army, I don't really change it up.
Gotcha. Do you know? So you don't like go for bigger wins? You're still gonna play your game even though you're out of one day.
Yep. Yeah. What about you? That's a great question. That was good.
Yeah, you like that? Just thought of
Yeah,
it too.
you've done this before.
We were totally prepared. No, I mean I usually try to go for bigger wins. I don't like play
Hmm.
as tight.
Hmm.
um Game just because there's not five matchups to like when you get a bad matchup. Like
That's true.
I had a really bad matchup my first round, so
Hmm.
um which makes it hard to recover from in one day.
Yeah, that's
Like
very
but
true.
then I have
Hmm.
four more games after a bad matchup to kind of balance out those victory points a little bit more. But
Yep, that's true.
um
It's a little less forgiving. Yeah, that's
right.
true.
Yeah, but I mean, I still like if it's like a one day and we don't have anything else coming up for a while, I'll do that. But since this was like clearly like this is gonna be my last chance to kind of warm up before Colonial, like I wanted to really play tight and play how I was gonna play these matchups um, at the next event.
Hmm.
So I still was going for draws and trying to play it close and tight to the chest.
Hmm. Well, especially the matchups, like you said, your first game was a tough matchup. Do you think there you were playing? Do you think you were purposely trying for the 10-10, or were
No,
you?
I was shooting for 12-8 in my
Hmm.
favor, but I had some really bad breaks.
Mm.
Like, oh, I guess we'll wait till we get to my list. We're gonna talk about your list first.
Mm. Let's
Did it
do it.
switch?
Let's do it. Switch it. Oh, it saw.
Switch.
Yep, there
Oh
it is.
yes, PowerPoint.
That's the one.
All right, let's run down your characters and core selection.
Sure. So characters. I'm a fan of the Sky Sloop, specifically for the Alden Warhorn. I will say it's kind of more of a fan pick. One of the stronger tournament choices right now is definitely that Huntsman on a chariot. But
Hmm.
I love the model. I love what the Alden Warhorn brings. It can, in a lot of my games, it can throw people off because they either forget about it and I have to remind them, or in some of the synergy with High, and in this case, I also have Shadow. I can easily get people hitting me on fives. So, love the Alden Warhorn. The Prince specifically, he's got the heavy armor shield, Beastbane Hellbred. So for me, I put the Hellbred on him to give him more of a role when he when he is in combat. And I know we've talked a lot about the Beastbane Hellbred on a Swordmaster chant, but um, for me, I can't. he's a little too, for me, easy to kill at times.
Hmm.
So the Swordmaster champ, that is. So giving it to the Prince, I'm like, well, it's a little easier protected, you know. So that's why it's there. He also has the Divine Icon, so he's got the re-rolling wards for opponents. Dragon Scale Helm to get him to 2 up at range, and then the
Hmm.
Talisman of Supreme Shielding for the reliable 4 up. So um, love this Prince. Maybe not the item setup, is we'll get into the changes and stuff, but
Right, because I actually,
uh,
out of all of like your sloop princes, this is like my least favorite build.
we got to talk about that sometime. I'd love to hear some of your favorites, but yeah, going into it, the Beastbane Hellbred was put on him after. This is funny. Another 1 day tournament, and maybe it was kind of like a knee jerk reaction, but I had the points. I wanted to put the Hellbred in, and the Prince at times is charging in and supporting combats. And rather than put it on the Swordmaster champ again, because I have that hesitancy about, well, he's going to go in, but he's going to get stomped or killed as soon as it's put to use. But disregarding how good it is on him, that's what my head sometimes goes to. So that's why I've got it on him. I ended up changing him, and we'll get to that. But that's what I took this weekend for my general.
All
So
right.
commander, I got the BSB Canrig Tower dude who knows Alchemy and Shadow. He only has a scroll and Lucky Shield, so he kind of sits in the back lines, given that 12-inch bubble. Alchemy for a lot of the high armored opponents
Are you there?
have,
Oh, you're back.
um, and then stack on the weapon skill debuffs for the Warhorn. So that's why I've got him like that. Maze add level 2 white, and he has an extra spell. So he's got 3 rolling on white, which is, it's a great lore. There's another weapon skill buff in that lore, so it's kind of layers on with Shadow to give a lot of good stuff. So that's mine. Oh yeah, the core. Core is the standard setup we've all
I think you went away again. We might have lost Arhain.
with the bows.
Oh, you're
Awesome.
back. Wait, restart. You broke up.
Oh no!
No, yeah,
Go. When did I go out?
like core. You said core and then went out.
Okay, quiet. So the core is the standard setup that you and I talk about a lot. 16 archers, 30.
No, he went away again. Maybe you're not, and for whatever reason our connection's bad. But you have 30 spears, full command, war banner, 2 units of 5 reavers with bows.
Yes.
Yeah, you're back. Okay, good. Otherwise, I'd have to do this alone, and it'd get worse.
Sorry, man. Wonder why I'm cutting out. I don't know.
I don't know. You're failing.
Okay.
You're failing
I'm
YouTube.
failing tonight. Okay. Special 6 Knights of Rima with the Gleaming Pendant. I have a feeling you're going to talk about that, but Gleaming Pendant specifically, because a lot of times the Strength 6 does it for me. Again, we'll go over the changes. 21 Sword Masters with the Flaming Standard, and then Sky Sloop Vanilla, so no upgrades. 2 Repeaters with Repeating Shot. 12 Queen's Guard with Musician and Standard with Longbows, and of course that third shaft, the Great Eagle. So there
Right.
you go.
It's funny is just to spoiler your first game, you charged Gene Spider with without the war banner of Rima for with Thunderous Charge.
Uh-huh.
I did the same thing with Thunderous Charge. You killed it. I fell all over myself and did not. So maybe there's something
Oh,
to it.
really? That's so
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, well, so he didn't kill him first. I just broke him and again and killed him. So when they charged in, man, they did like 4 wounds, I think. To
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
charged in like full strength and did 2 wounds at strength 7. I rolled real good. I done good. Okay, so
yeah,
before we get to your games, my list. I can't. I
yeah.
don't. I'm not actually sure if this is the right list if I copy and pasted the right one. So this will be fun. Um, let's see.
It's
So
looking
I
right.
ran.
It's looking right.
It's looking right so far. So I have the Prince with the Armor of Destiny, Duststone, Divine Icon. He's a huntsman on a chariot with a great weapon. So he's got a 1 up against shooting, 2 up in combat. Rerolls it, has a 4 board save, and he has holy tax because reasons. that I can put all this on this model. My
Reasons. Yep.
magic is my BSB with a mage. So I have a mage level 2 arcane Asfad. And then I also took the Canry guy. Dispel Scroll had 2 points, gave him a longbow. And then I took Fire and Alchemy. So I had 2 definite damaging spells with Fire and Luminous Bolts, and then Alchemy for those occasions that I would need it. We have
Yes, the
we have
connection is
identical.
bad. You cut out every now and then.
Oh no, it must be these
I know you.
thunderstorms.
Oh, I know. When you re-listen to this, I wonder how choppy it's going to be. I hope it's sorry, everyone out there.
Uh-uh. It's okay. People probably just come in here and rage at us after the first stupid thing we say.
Yeah,
So we have identical core.
it's a great core.
It's great core. And then I have, this is it. 20 Flame Wardens, full command with the Rending Banner, 2 Line Chariots, 2 Reapers with multi-shot, 9 Queen's Guard, Longbows Musician Standard, and I took 2 Sky Sloops and a Great Eagle. But so I was running 5 Chariots at this event.
And I know you said beforehand too, well, I don't know if you view this as an experiment, but I know at first, like, I don't know, 5 Chariots, I don't know. But yeah, and extra shooting too, which is kind of fun.
Yep. Maybe I should have taken 5 Lion Chariots, and I've been feeling a lot better about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
I think I just would have been knocked all kinds of sports scores. I think you went bye-bye again.
And use that extra 30 points for whatever. More Queen's Guard. I don't know.
Yeah, more Queen's Guard. All right, so let's go back to your list. So run us through your games real quick.
Well, let's do this. I hope it don't cut out. So game 1 was against Gene Phelps, Orc and Goblin list. Let's see, game 1 for everyone was just Battle Line, and scenario was Control the Center. Yeah.
Right.
So it went really well. I deployed against him to kind of take out his Ed Basher horde unit because his.
Oh, you went away again. Oh no.
Or master should take on anything.
Call this. It keeps going in and out.
Oh, it's that bad?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's a bummer. Bummer. Is it storming with you? By you?
No, it's not. I just checked the radar. There's nothing near me right now.
I wonder why it's so bad today.
Terrorists.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know, man. You want to keep going?
Sure. Well, we'll make this one a little faster than normal, just because it keeps cutting out.
All right. So anyway, game 1 again, refused flank, took the Ed Bashers out. Got in 1 Cataclysm that really kind of neutered the unit and helped me with my magic phases. Ended up in 18-2, so that was kind of an awesome start to the tournament. My favorite game. If anyone's ever played Gene Phelps, he's a lot of fun, and yeah, we had a lot of laughs too. So that was great start to it.
Okay. I just stopped broadcasting in case people were wondering, because maybe that is, if we already have a bad connection, that might be eating up more.
It does say it's live still.
Well, yeah, but I stopped the screen share thing.
Oh, okay. I wonder if that'll. I don't know. Because last time, remember last time? I think you've ever done the share on the PowerPoint.
No, I don't think we have.
Okay. Well, anyway, so game 2. So game 1, right? Started really strong, 18-2. Elements work, combat elements. Swordmasters didn't get into combat, unfortunately. But that's mainly because Gene was hesitant to engage with his poor boys. And again, refused flank. The Ed Bashers were not going to be able to get to the Swordmasters.
Okay.
So combat, the Knights of Rima kind of led that charge, kind of a pun there. They took out Ragnarok and really kind of swept a flank. So that was kind of fun. And they did really unit of 6. They were just rocking. So set me in a good place. Here we go. Game two was against
You
Brandon
want to do
Phelps,
my
who's
game
Gene.
one before you do your game two? Do you want to like leapfrog that way?
Say it again.
You want me to do my game one and we'll go
Oh, let's
together.
leapfrog it.
Let's
Go.
leapfrog. So my game one was against Phil Carl and his Dwarven Holds army. Um, it was a really bad matchup. He had the flame cannon, a grudge thrower, and a cannon. 20 quarrelers with an engineer. Um, and then he had the dwarf king on the throne with like a BSP and a rune lord all in one unit of 25 deep wardens. And then like a rune smith and I think that was it, and a unit of like graybeards. So there's nothing in my army, or probably in the elf book in general, or most things out there that can go into a fully ranked up deep warden unit with a dwarven throne and win. Or like even have a hope against it. Because that throne character, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, he's got a 1-up, 4-up, he's got 6 wounds, he's tough something. Um, and oh, by the way, he does multi wound D3, and he hates my whole army. Like,
Up is just
like,
ridiculous.
great. I'm so stoked.
Yeah. One of the best combat characters in the game.
Yeah. Oh, and it gives swift stride to all dwarven units within 6 inches.
Yep.
So I basically played keep away. Like on turn one, like he did a great job. Was he killed? He rolled super hot too. He killed both units of reavers and my Gradio on turn one.
Holy crap! Wow.
Yeah, on turn two, he got both my sky sloops down, which was brutal. Because they were
Yeah.
the only things that could like. Oh, he also had 2 gyrocopters, and they were like punching gyrocopters in the face. I also lost a bolt thrower on turn two, so was not doing well. Did get his grudge thrower off on turn one, like I shot it off, and then I got a magic spell off at like the end of the game to get his flame cannon, like a fireball. He was making. I remember I came over to your table and I was like, he's making every 5-up armor save he's required to make on this stinking war machine.
That's funny. They're
Yeah,
hard to kill, man. Dwarf war machines are ridiculous.
awful. So yeah, I did. Basically, it came down to was we realized that buildings weren't that table I was on had a building in the center of the board, which was awful.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put my spearman in there, and then I was like, oh crap, if he charges me, that's terrible. But we also didn't read the line where you don't get to pursue if you win anymore, so you actually can escape. And I should have been like, whatever, I'll run, you can't chase me, and then I'll rally on my turn and recapture the objective. Because we were fighting for position there. Um, so I ended up putting my spearman out because like the math worked out that I should like hold against the graybeards and
Mm-hmm.
not get mulched, but I got mulched and didn't do any wounds to him. So I auto broke and the dwarves caught me. And so like I gave up, you know, 335 points with the banner right at the end of the game. And really, actually,
Yeah.
if they had been able to hold the graybeards there like I wanted to, I had all 3 of my lion chariots positioned to go in.
Mm.
And so we went in anyway, just to try and hope against hope. He challenged me out. My prince, which sucks. That stinks really, really bad losing the impact hits into a challenge.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I got him down to like 8 graybeards left from a full unit with all those lion chariots, but it wasn't
Mm.
enough to break his steadfast, and he passed it. He actually failed at the first roll and got it with the reroll.
Oh, I bet you just gulped.
Yeah. So we tied 10-10 because we both we had contested the objective, and then the battle point. I think he might have gotten me by like 20 battle points or something.
Mm.
Mhm.
That's
So
one where he's not gonna give you many points, so you really do need to. So that's good you did that.
yeah, I was just playing keep away. Like my flame wardens actually like just baited his deep wardens the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay, you have a 12-inch charge if you want to take it.
Yeah. Yeah. What
We lost you. Hello?
that block was. I mean, that's something we just can't without a combo charge or magic support or other thing. In tight
Right.
context, it's not going to happen.
No, it's not. It's also stubborn until you kill all the deep wardens. So I was like, I was doing the math in my head. I was like, I can't kill 25 deep wardens in the first round in one round of combat.
You could just kill the dude.
Yeah, no way. And he's
That's something else.
the thing that
That's
kills me is
something
he
else
counts
we
as
have.
infantry, not even monsters, cavalry.
Yeah, he does.
It's like,
Right.
hey, multi. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting old.
I guess
All right,
so.
let's talk about your game two.
Game,
And you cut out right as you said game two.
so game two, Ogres. Played
Ogres.
against Brandon Phelp, who is the. It's funny. It's the son of Gene, and another good dude. Really fun to play. And I'm gonna say it was actually my first experience Ogres and on a tournament level in 9th age.
Hmm. I had bad experiences with ogres at Southern Assault. They did mean
I
things
know.
to me.
Didn't say it again.
They did mean things to me.
Yeah. Well, so I know I didn't really go into detail about Gene's list, but real quick, I have to do this. So I had 2 units of the blunderbusses, 2 units of 4 blunderbusses.
Lead belchers.
But so yes, not ID. Excuse me. So anyway, 2 what are the shield things called now?
Iron fists. What? I think you
Hello.
went away again. Huh?
Oh, this is awesome. I said, what what are the shield things called?
Iron fists.
Iron Fist, yeah. Is that what? So 2 units of Iron Fists, led by each one would have the level 4 and a BSB, and then he had 8 man. Let's just go 5 and poison shots with pistols,
Nice.
with 2 chaff. Yeah, so
No, you're cut out again.
but a lot of shots, and against elves, you're gonna take them down. So the deployment, so it's already a tough list. Was diagonal,
Yeah.
and then the secondary was, I forget what it's called, but where he's got to put his scoring units in my deployment zone. So that's really tough or at least for me and for my army, because diagonal, the easy to get into my deployment zone, really easy to get deployment zone, especially with ogres, and for me to deploy in a way that neutralizes his shooting and his combat blocks while also allowing me to get the secondary. So already I'm kind of at a disadvantage with trying to get the second. So that started the game off pretty tight. In other words, I was kind of in a corner his shooting. So his turn 1, he dropped, and I was able to deploy in a way he didn't really shoot. He went first, didn't kill anything really. So great start. However, had some bad luck in some combats. My 21 sword masters in a combat, I think it was 5 wounds to those iron fist wielding bruisers with a tyrant, and then he is hitting me on 5s. He killed way above average. So it broke the sword.
He's gone again. Oh,
Oh,
oh, you're
hey-o.
back. You're back.
I'm back. When did I drop out?
Way above average. You killed Swordman. He killed Swordman.
Okay, way above average. Yeah. So after they broke, after that happened, had a chance to kind of get back in the game, or kind of take back by charging in my spear block and my prince into that fought the swordmasters. Averages were, I should have won that combat, but a series of unfortunate events happened, including a miscast that stopped me from buffing the units. And then, more importantly, I failed a martial discipline test on the spears, failed their fear tests. Needless to say, didn't I needed to. Again, he rolled uh, pretty good. I can't remember, a little above average, but bottom line is he ended up breaking the unit when I should have been winning that. So the final results of that game, I forget the battle, being with the,
19-1. I
yeah, with
remember.
the secondary, it ended up being 19-1. I don't
Yeah,
remember battle points, but could not
well, that
kill
would
the
have been
swordmaster.
16-4, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
And
whatever
went to
that is.
19-1.
So 19 loss wasn't great. It was one of those games where I think I played it right. It's just, sometimes that happens. Ogres, I'm not gonna lie, they're just it's a tough
Yeah.
matchup. So
hmm I played High Elves and I played Kelly.
because I
Um,
actually have no idea how your game two went.
oh really?
Mm-hmm.
It was very dicey, and by dicey I mean like the dice played a very big role for both sides.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, the basically Kelly was running the Griffin Prince, an
Mm-hmm.
Archmage with the Book of Arcane Power on white, as a Asphadian scholar. Can we call him an Asphadian? Yeah, I'm gonna call him an Asphadian. And then you had the BSB Lion Chariot,
Mm-hmm.
um, with a ward save and a one up, 4 up. Might have been 2 up, 4 up.
Mm-hmm.
2 up, 4 up. Yeah, it's a 2 up, 4 up. 1 up against shooting. Um, and then Core was, I think, really similar to ours too. He had spear block, 2 units of reavers, and a big unit of archers, medium unit
Yep.
archers. So yeah, um, especially at the six knights of Rima. Uh, he had the 10 white lions with a banner, not
Mm-hmm.
skirmishing.
Yeah, that was an interesting
Surprised
pick. I asked him a little about.
you cut out.
Oh, hey, you cut out too.
Oh,
You did too, bro.
well that well there. And then he had 2 bolt throwers with repeating,
Mm-hmm.
a frost phoenix, and 7 sisters.
Yep. Did you say the Frost Phoenix?
I did say the frost phoenix, yeah.
Okay, you might have cut out. All right.
Yeah, frost phoenix sisters. Did he have any special units? Knights, lions? No,
What?
nothing. Just thinking. So I did not deploy well at all in this game, and it almost cost me.
Mm.
It cost me bad. Like I again lined my archers up to jump into the building, thinking like I'm gonna shoot him, and then realizing that his whole army could charge the building, and I'm not gonna be stubborn in the building anymore. Like I was thinking 8th edition there for whatever reason.
I
Um,
need to catch up on the building rules. That's
yeah,
something that, yeah.
yeah. Um, but I was able to zone his flyers pretty well with my lion chariots. And my prince was just kind of like hugging the building to stay away from his bolt throwers. Um, in this game, it came kind of was like on turn 1 on 3 dice, he cataclysms my archer bunker, and I lose 9 archers. Uh, what do you call it? A wound on my mage and a wound on my BSB. I was like, awesome. Oh, hold on 1 second. Let me put you on mute. I gotta take care of something. You can talk about your game 3.
Okay. Yeah, so game three. So coming off of game two, not so hot. Again, like, it's tough. It gets in your head too because you game and it was just a couple matchups didn't go my way and yada yada. So game three, played against Kelly, who Joe was just saying he played in game two. So another high elf on high elf battle. Really good deployment. This was another battle line, and for this secondary objective for game three, it was setting up. Each person got to put down an objective, and then you got to hold that point. So, uh, that game ended up. The issues I had was that my prince was about 2 inches was Dragon Princes. He made I think a 9 inch or a 18-inch charge to get him. And part of that was my mistake in worried about the Knights of Rima, his Knights of Rima charging my prince. And I was correct in that I could take that charge, fend them off, and be fine. Problem is, and that's probably why I made the mistake of having him a little. The problem with even thinking, oh well, yeah, I can take him. That's right, but it pins him down and allows his to come up. But the real killer in this game against Kelly for me was, I mentioned game 2 failing a martial discipline 10 fear test. It kind of cost me a terror checks. I say 2 is in because it's rerollable. And from a philosophy charge, and fled off the board and crumbled a. So, needless to say, it was kind of after that fighting for any semblance and maintaining maintaining what I had. So it ended up at 12-8. Probably would have been. It definitely would have been worse. It just we had to.
Yeah, you got called on time, right? Oh, we lost you. This is gonna be a great video.
Was it? Well, I was probably cutting in and out, but anyway, so it was a 12-8 game. Could have been better. I really think the speed, bigger than the Prince getting pinned, was one of the main reasons that 12-8 and it wasn't closer. So he also with in that book of Arcane Power. They really do kind of run the field, or it's easier to run the field against just the level 1. So it was tough to fend off his stuff. He got Cataclysm off on my sword.
On your sword masters, I think I can translate that because you cut out again.
Okay, well. That's okay. So, finishing up, I was just going to say, this game was more about the shooting and magic played out than the combats. And Cataclysm hurt on the Sword Masters because it's one of the things that I could kind of roll most of his combat units with. But once it was on there, I made a decision which I now regret, and that's instead of just chucking dice to dispel it, I tried to finesse it and get a drain magic spell off, which definitely was a mistake with the level 1s versus the +3 to dispel. So that was probably the bigger mistake of the game than that 2 inches that I mentioned with the Prince. But anyway, so there you go. That's the chopping of the game 3.
Chop cording.
Chop cording.
Okay, mine was.
We're gonna have to re-record this. Sure. We're gonna have to start this all over again.
Minimum effort channel.
You're gonna post this, people and be like, I can't even listen to this shit.
Probably. That's okay.
All right.
I guess we'll do our list changes a different video. Maybe like tomorrow if the connection's better. Since we post them on the internet. Can you even hear that?
No, what did you say?
I said maybe we should
You said, tell you what, here's what we're going to do. And then there was silence.
I said we'll do our lists, like our changes to our lists as a different video.
Okay.
Tomorrow, maybe,
sure.
With new
Let's
internet.
Do it. I wonder why. We've never had these issues. So,
yeah, or maybe we did and nobody just bothered to tell us.
Yeah, that's probably it. Our videos all suck, and we just no idea that it's this job.
I mean, our saying has always been we're sorry. So
it's true.
So terribly sorry.
Continuing the theme.
Just taking it to a whole new level.
How never level.
Oh boy. So yeah, my game 2 is like I said, it's just so dicey. Like his mage ran off the table, his archmage ran off the table after he did like a hidden path to get them out of a lion chariot charge range on turn two. Like he jumped them way back, and then on a miscast, uh, detonated and killed like 10 archers, and then failed his panic check and went right off the board.
That is hilarious. Oh, that actually
That actually,
developed
what you
happened
say?
against in game two against ogres. That sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it was like I had he made a 10-inch charge with his Frost Phoenix to get to my Phoenix guard with his Lion Chariot, and I was pretty like okay with that, even though he made it. It's like I'll put a wound or two on the Frost Phoenix over a couple rounds of combat, and it'll only take me 2 rounds to get my Prince into the flank of his BSB and his Frost Heart. Um, and then I can, and my spear block too, and then I can just clean them up real quick. I just need my flame wardens to hold out for a little bit. But on like the turn before I could charge, so his turn, I failed 8 out of 9 ward saves. And
Oh my God.
it was just enough to break my steadfast. So I ended up breaking and getting run down, which was a huge point swing right at like the end of the game. And the other thing too is like his Griffin Prince flew up. I hammered him with the sky sloops, did like a wound to him. You know what I mean? Like with those 8 shots, which was pretty good. I was pretty
Yeah.
stoked to do like I think I did 2 wounds to him with the sky. Yeah, I did 2 wounds to him with the sky slopes.
Yeah, man. Strength
Armor.
altogether, that's pretty good.
And then I lined up the bolt thrower on him. I hit him, I wounded him, and then I rolled a 1 to wound after he failed his ward save. I needed to do 2 wounds there and get a ton of points.
That is funny. See, I had not heard this. I knew the outcome. I just didn't hear the
Right.
play-by-play.
And then all I did was in his next turn, he just took his Prince and just flew behind impassable terrain, so I couldn't see it, and I didn't see it the rest of the game.
Yeah.
God.
He I wonder if he lost that Prince in any game.
I don't know.
Did you
I don't think
did
so.
you take out Frostheart?
What's that?
Did you manage to kill the Frostheart?
Yeah, I did kill his Frostart. Yeah, my Sky Sloops.
Yeah.
My Phoenix Guard put 3 wounds onto it, and then my Sky
Mhm.
Sloops cleaned it up the next turn.
Oh, see, you cut out when you said that you were doing that to either his BSB or I guess I was assuming BSB.
No, I did get 3 wounds on his BSB eventually with bolt throwers. I hit his BSB 3 times, and three times with single bolts, and
Mhm.
he warded 1. I failed to wound 1 and did 1 wound with the other. So that was pretty unfortunate.
So bad.
Yeah, like I just kept like just drilling him, and it wouldn't connect. Because 3 wounds on that guy, that at least gets me half points.
Yeah. Both those are like that, man. Sometimes I'm like, love these things. And then other times I'm like, you can't hit a dude at short range.
Right at all.
What in the hell?
Yeah. So, and then my game 3
Uh-huh.
was against the Bretonian player, Greg. And he had Lord on Hippogriff with like might. I shot it, so I didn't want to go anywhere near that. And then he had 2 units of 9 Knights of the Realm. He had 20 men at arms with spears, and that's where his level 4 Wilderness Wizard sat. He also had like 2 units of 12 peasant archers.
You're out, by the way, but you're probably talking some mad game right now. So
Right. Yeah.
congrats.
Yeah. Nice. I was talking about his list.
You're back.
The list. Anyway, so he had some peasants, had some knights. He had a big block of knights forlorn with his BSB, which are like foot knights with great weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had.
Did they ambush?
No, they were not ambush. He had a big block. He had 25 of them.
Gotcha.
And then he had 9 Grail Knights. 9 Grail Knights and a trebuchet. So Sky Sloops, awesome against Grail Knights, by the way. So good. I bet you can't even hear me right now.
No.
Yeah, I was just saying
I was about to make a witty remark, actually.
Right. My Sky Sloops just tore up his Grail Knights. Just devastating. I think he had 3 left after like turn 1 of shooting him. with bolt thrower and
Wow.
um, Grail Knights, and then Phoenix Guard just punch knights in the face, um, and keep.
Did you get the? Did you? Did he charge in, or did you get the
No,
charge in?
so what happened was he moved his yeoman forward, I think a little too far, and my lion chariots connected on the charge on turn
Mm,
one, and then I kind of used them as like midpoint redirectors out in the front. I fled one because he charged with his foot knights, not with night knights, um,
uh-huh.
and so he was able to flee, run away easily. Um,
Yeah.
and the other one, like he charged with his knights of the realm, and I just held. So I was like, whatever. He didn't even kill it. I ran away from him because I killed like 3 knights, I think, just from
Uh-huh.
my static attacks before he got to swing.
That's insane.
Yeah, and he did like 3 wounds to it, and then I did get run down, but I
And
was
the
able.
Bretonians, I know there's players, if any Bretonian players listen to this, I know you all hate the initiative of your army. And I think it's silly that ogres are.
He thinks
That's all I'm
he cut out, so I'll just because he's still bitter about this ogre matchup. Is he thinks it's awful
saying.
that ogres are
I was
faster
a,
than you
I
are.
was a big. Go to it, man.
So. Yeah, so that game went really well. Oh, I should say, game two, I won 13-7 because I was able to get the
Going out.
objective. I
We're just
beat
gonna
Kelly on
take
the
turns
objective.
going out.
It was 10-10, and then I got the objective, so it was 13-7. My game two. And then game three, I
That
won.
was the most. That was a very succinct description of game three.
Game three, I was saying I won 20-0 because I tabled him, and I lost some chaff.
That's yeah, Bretonians, especially y'all shooting. Did he choose the armor piercing or the high strength ward?
High strength, and I was thinking about this after the game. I was like, I think for my own Bretts, if I ever get to play them, I would choose the armor piercing one because even high strength stuff, a lot of it's at least like AP1
Yeah,
or like a
I think
cannon
so
is
too.
AP6. So
Mm-hmm.
with the
Yeah,
rule in there,
it- yeah, exactly. Everything is AP now.
right? So
Does
that's why I
it?
think I would choose armor piercing over because it even protects you against like I think like elves are one of the most popular armies, and they're even their strength 4 shots are armor piercing 1. So
Right.
all of the entire wood elf army is all armor piercing shooting now too.
Yeah. The whole army gets 3 up, 5 up. That's pretty good
Hmm.
against them. I
Pretty solid since you cut out.
Yeah, yeah.
So, where'd you end up? Final standings.
I do not know. They didn't release those, although I have probably middle of the pack. Uh,
Did
Unfortunate, but I'm not bitter about
Mhm.
it. So it happens. Would you like me to announce Mr. Malossar there?
Sure, whatever. What's up?
So this guy tied for third with the ogre player who 19 won me. Well done, sir.
That's only 4 points off of first place. So, a a couple more things went my way there. Might have been pushing close.
I agree.
Hmm.
Yeah. And dinner, we took a friendly bet about standings, and I owe you dinner now.
You owe me dinner at Colonial.
Yeah,
Uh-huh. Nothing like
I'm
a
gonna get you.
friendly wager between friends.
Get.
You're taking me out to like a steakhouse. 20-ounce ribeye or something
Oh
great.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
That sounds good.
Tournament though. What are your thoughts on it? I liked again. I liked the crowd. This tends to go to this area's tournaments are really nice. So I
Yeah.
always enjoy myself.
Super straightforward. It was easy. It's a good day.
If you
So
heard any of that, so.
I don't know. We'll just, you know what? We're just gonna say sorry and cut it off, and we'll talk to you guys later.
All right, good.
Just cut out trying to say goodbye. We're sorry.